Hey everybody, and welcome to the latter half of the Bunny Pack on CC2LP1 voting. We are going to be starting things off with level 26, "Tis but a trifle." Let's go. Oh, hi there. Okay, that was bad. Can I get you to... What? Okay, how do I do that? Ah, okay, that's how you do it. "Tis but a trifle." Well, I suppose I should have treated that like a trifle too, instead of being all fancy. There we go. Okay. So what's going on with all this? There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happening here. It looks okay. So that's, I guess, the key to that. Okay, so we're gonna need that to be toggled by the glider, I'm assuming, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so that seems pretty straightforward. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Okay, there we go. Come on there. Okay, wait for it. Cool. I kind of wish the path of the gliders were a little bit more congruent. Because that makes this a little bit annoying. Oh, I thought that was going to bounce back. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we could exit, but is there like a bonus or something? It can't be that easy, right? What's all this? Oh, there's bonuses here. So I guess the bonuses are for getting all this? Okay, so that keeps it at bay. So I would need to get a glider in here to get all that. That's cool that that's an opportunity for a bonus. I'm assuming that's what the hint was supposed to say. Okay, and here's this section. Whoa. Hi. Hello. Don't mind me. No! Okay. We basically solved it, so I'm probably just going to move on, but I am curious to see what else was there. It looks like there was a teleport and another hint. I guess that... Is that supposed to be a trap, I guess? I don't get it, but I'll give it a 2. I wasn't really the biggest fan of it, but I liked kind of the simplicity of the solutions involved. I thought that was kind of neat. So I'll give it a 2. Alright, use the tank. I'm assuming they're talking about the yellow tank here. So, okay, so I think we're trying to free that tank, and is there a chip under that block up there? Is that why we're trying to destroy that, or is it... Oh no, there's a chip there. Okay. So, my question is, how do we get that chip without reversing any of this stuff? There's no tank buttons up there where the yellow tank button, the blue tank buttons, that is. Just trying to get a gauge for what we're trying to do here. Oh wait, can I not move these? Are these immovable? What? Oh, I bet you have to use the tank to unlock them. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Kind of a little tedious, but interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I don't see any harm in it. I'm still curious to know how you get down there, though. That's what I'm concerned about. Maybe there's flippers under the block. Maybe that's what's going on. Let's try getting this next one here. Okay, that was clearly the wrong way to go. Let's never do that again. Instead, we'll do this. Down one more and then left, I think. Okay, yeah. So we'll do that. Okay, so that activates that one. So it's really a matter of getting to that. Okay, so I can tell that that's probably going to eventually go, yeah, into that dirt path. So we're going to go down here, so 4 more, no, 3 more, and then right, and then down. Is it safe to go right? Oh wait, no, I gotta push it again. Yeah. Okay, so that's our key to doing that. There we go, flippers, yay. We got them. Okay, so I take it that means, well, A, we can go through there and turn into Melinda, but first of all, I'm just curious to see what this involves. There's a thing there. And then down here, I think, is where all that is. So I think at this point, we need to be... Whoa! I did not mean to do that. I hope that was not lethal. Okay, we need to go here and do all this. Are there only 3 of those? I thought there was a 4th one. Oh, he's on it. It's on it, okay. Okay, so we do that. I'm going to need to turn the chip to put that block back again. Alright, so we put the block back into there, and then we turn Melinda down there. Okay. Easy enough. And now we can go through here. I guess opening up the toggle wall was correct, which is good. And now we have a teeth section, which this looks a little concerning. We'll see how this turns out, though. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the snipers. It's interesting. Okay. As long as you can get a good buffer, I think you're fine. Yeah, this section's interesting. I like it. In fact, this path down here, I feel like this is the same general layout of the snipers. Oh, now we're gonna actually have to get the blocks down here, huh? Okay, there we go. That was pretty simple. Um, I liked that ending part, but I'm a little iffy about that being at the end, despite having survived it. I feel like I kind of got a little bit lucky and I did pretty well. Maybe it was that easy, but I'm not sure I like that being at the end. I feel like that could honestly be its own level. The tank thing was okay, I guess. I didn't really think it did a whole lot. It felt a little more tedious than anything. I'll give it a 2 as well. Alright, too many chips. Oh, this is okay. Do I need to carry them all over? Because I'm not seeing a way to accomplish that. It seems like there's 5 buttons. Let me turn to Melinda and just see. Okay, so there's 5 buttons here. I don't exactly know what connects to that. It seems like it's being fed by this, but I don't know if there's like some sort of button aggregation machine or something over there that does that. Okay, this is like only 4 though, so that in and of itself is a problem. I feel like you are supposed to direct some of these to the traps though. That seems like that would be a thing, but maybe not. So like if I did that, Yeah, that didn't exactly help. Okay. How do I get past that water there? That seems a little problematic. There's no walls to bump up against as well, so and I can't go into the drink myself. That would be very, very bad. There's nothing I can do. Oh wait, I can use Melinda to. Oh wait, never mind. Use Melinda to do that. Okay, hang on. I can use Melinda to do that. That's what I can do, but not the other way. Um, okay, so that was interesting, but the problem with that is that now I've kind of limited my movement from left to right, and that was also dumb. So tell you what, why don't we do this? I'm going to move left. Melinda, you go here. Go right. Um, and then we'll do that. Okay, that's a pretty solid. Okay, so that opens it, which is good. But like, how do I get over there though? Or do I have to get over there with Chip on the button? Oh, that's gonna be a pain. Hang on. Okay, clearly you have to use Melinda to offset the chips here, but I'm just trying to figure out how you can safely ferry the other chip here without causing any issues, which seems. Do you have to do this a bunch? I think so. Oh, dang it. I forgot about that. Oh man, that was silly of me. Okay, let's do this. Wait, how did we do this again? I honestly forgot. That was not how we did it. Oh wow, I did that character switching thing, which I'm actually not a fan of. So I think we actually did it this way. We did this and then we got the chips over there and then we did this. Yeah, this is kind of clever, but it is also kind of a little bit on the tedious side. Okay, get out of the way first, then we do that. Okay, now we can go over here. Okay, now that's open. Thank goodness. So now the next challenge is getting everybody over there. The good news is I have a helmet now, which should hopefully help. I being Melinda. So how do I do like an offset here to help with this? Because I can see this fast becoming an issue. No! Man, I forgot about moving chip. Okay, I'm not a big fan of this. This is honestly rather frustrating more than anything else. I mean, once you get the rhythm of this first part, it's pretty simple, but it's just I'm not a big fan of just the how repetitive it is. I think that's the big issue I have with it. Is that it's mainly just repetitive. And that's kind of frustrating. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that didn't actually affect anything. Okay, will this actually work? Oh wait, no, that doesn't work. What am I doing? I'm trying to put chip in the middle, but maybe that's actually bad. Maybe the idea is that I shouldn't be putting chip in the middle because then chip can't get out, right? I probably should have thought of that. Whoops. Okay, got that part. The first part, I think we're getting the rhythm on. It's just the second part, I don't understand how you're supposed to do this. So clearly we need to get Melinda over there like we did with this. It's just a matter of how we're going to get the chip over there. So maybe we need to do kind of a... If chip is going to be on like the right side, let's just say that that's going to be the case. Should we do something like this where... Yeah, we do something like that. And then what do we do? Wait a minute, I have an idea. Let's try... Oh wait, no, because if I do that, then... Will that be a problem? Yeah, that's going to be a problem. It's hard to visualize that. Like, my brain has just not processed that to the degree that's necessary to make that really work in a reliable way. Like, I just can't... I haven't gotten there yet. I think some of that's just getting used to the CC2 elements, and even after playing all these levels, I haven't really done that. I still don't understand why there's a turtle there if you don't really need to use that. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing right now, for what it's worth. I feel like we may have split these up just a little much. Nope, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, this feels a little fiddly for my taste. Not really a big fan of this level. Okay. Also, just gonna say right now, low time limits on something like this, let's agree to disagree on just how effective that is. Okay, so if I maneuver you guys up there, oh, duh, like, see, that's the problem I have with this, is that it's hard to really tell what's really going to make it worse. I'm just gonna look up the solution. I do not like this level. It's gonna get a 1. I find it more annoying than anything else, really. Oh, that's a cool way to do that. The thing is this probably does involve some element of simplicity when it comes to all this. But it's like getting there is, yeah, like I wouldn't have thought to do it like that, especially in a time limit like this. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a 1. I am not a fan of that one. Too fiddly, too low of a time limit. I'm sure if the time limit were higher, it might make it just a tad better, but not enough for me to give it a higher rating. All right, let's get back to the next level, cave diving. Okay, that seems like a good thing to get with a time limit like this. How long can you hold your breath? The 8 tanks of compressed air will help you. It's all this door stuff here. Good job. Oh, wait, is this Playhouse? That looks like the exit area for Play. Yeah, yeah, this looks like Playhouse. Okay, so once I go through there, okay, I see the gimmick here. So once I go through here, I can get another tank. Okay, that's pretty cool. I actually made a level in Walls of CCLP1 that was very similar to this, but I like this implementation of it more. Can I go through there? No, I can't. That's a no-no. This is actually pretty lenient, surprisingly. Oh, whoa, I forgot that this was the end, the dead end. No, no, I forgot about that. Okay, so you also can't go back through there, so you have to be very careful about that. Okay, there was a key here. Can I make that? I don't know. Yes, okay, good. Okay, I want to do as much as I can in one fell swoop, so. Okay, let's try to. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. I'm gonna try to see if I can go for some bonuses too. Okay, so I should have plenty of time to dive into this stuff. Yeah, Playhouse is actually a pretty cool layout for this, I have to admit. That's not what I would have expected, but it somehow just works. Okay, so that should be everything. So I guess you could have, like, could you have used those keys here? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bonuses. So did I miss a key? Is that what happened? I bet I missed a key. Maybe not. Maybe there's a way to do it with one less clock. I bet there is. You know what? I'm gonna give that a 5. That's honestly, as far as like bonus challenge levels go, that's probably one of my favorites I've encountered in voting so far. But alongside that, I'll also say that the main gimmick of it was cool enough that, and it felt fresh in terms of how it was implemented here, that I enjoyed that as well. So it's not just the bonus thing. Like everything about this, I just really clicked with me. I really liked it a lot. Okay, simple water maze. Okay, this looks like an item swapper. Yeah, this looks like it's basically just going to be an item swapper. Okay, so we can make a loop around there as well. This kind of reminds me, I will admit, this kind of reminds me a little bit of that one level that Trevor made in Big Auto Returns, the set that he released several years ago, called like, what was it called? Airstrike or something like that. It had a bunch of gliders that were going up and down these force floor, like, bookended paths in a way, and yeah, that was like the one thing I remember about it. I don't remember much else. I think you just mainly got chips on it. I don't think there was like something super complicated in terms of in terms of like item swapping or anything or puzzles or whatever. Anyway, let's go up here, do this. What did I get over here? Was it just the chip? Oh no, I got that. And I don't like how narrow this is. So I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but one of the things I struggle with when it comes to playing this game is how to use the up and down arrow keys, which may sound like a very weirdly specific thing, but especially when it comes to optimizing, I struggle a lot with like modern laptops and computer keyboards because in situations like the one where I just died there, if you need to press the opposite key, like for direction and it's up and down, it's hard to like make that switch when the keys themselves are up and down right next to each other, which I felt was easier in older keyboards. I know that may sound strange, but in older keyboards the keys were much more chunky, and so I could take a key and press it, and then I could make the motion with my hand of like taking the lower part of my finger and then pressing the down arrow if I was pressing the up arrow, and then kind of like rock it back and forth a little bit. So it helped with optimizing a lot. But like with these newer keyboards, the keys are so tiny. It's funny how like the left and right arrow keys, those are the ones that are bigger, and then the up and down arrow keys are like these tiny keys, which feel really awkward. I don't know how else to describe it other than awkward. Um, the last chip is here, right? I think. Yeah, it's down there. So yeah, when it comes to like changing direction and all that, for some reason, I just have the weirdest time with up and down. It's very strange, but I've struggled with it for several years now, actually. Whoops. I feel like I'm about to get caught in some, yeah. Okay. Thankfully, they're all the same length, I think, so that helps. Okay, it was up here. Uh, what lies... I take it we're supposed to, like, go through that from the other side, right? Like that... Oh! See, I was like inclined to go in a perpendicular direction instead of like an opposing direction. It's really weird. I don't understand how to describe it other than it's really weird. But all right, we'll just keep on doing this. I mean, thankfully we know where most things are, which does help a little bit. So I figured while we're doing this, I wanted to talk about something that I briefly touched on um, a few videos ago, but it's just escalated to the point now where it's honestly gotten more and more frustrating for me. And that is the internets during these uncertain times. I the amount of like clickbaiting fake news that I've seen on social media has escalated so much. And I don't want to get too political with this, but like one of the issues I have is when people, for lack of a better word, people want things to be sensationalized. And I get it, right? Like, I get that's normal life, especially when you're like there's this meme that's going around right now that I think is really relatable, and it says something like what I expected the apocalypse to look like versus what the apocalypse actually looked like. It shows like zombies and stuff in the first half of it, and then the second half is like, someone lounging around at home playing video games and, watering plants and whatnot. I hate these gliders. I really do not like these gliders very much. So, that meme is funny. Like I like it a lot, but there's a little bit of underlying truth in it that I think has escaped a lot of people, and that is that there's a part of all of us, I think, that really enjoys the idea of living through something epic, but doesn't really want to deal with the responsibilities that come with how heavy that epic element is, so to speak. It's I think I mentioned this a few videos ago when I first brought it up, but I think this is like the same reason why zombie shows are really popular right now, or zombie fiction in general, not just TV, but just things about the zombie apocalypse, why we've seen so many books and movies and TV shows, and I keep running into that stupid glider about the zombie apocalypse. There's just something about the idea of normal life being upended to the point where our priorities are suddenly forced to shift that I think excites people. I think it really does excite people, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The fantasy in that is that there's this element of suddenly people having to prioritize things that maybe they didn't have to in the past. And if you look at our world and you're really frustrated by it and you're like, man, I wish people didn't, squabble over politics or over these things that to me seem really silly, then it seems like this attractive fantasy in a way. The idea that people come together and rely on each other during this apocalyptic situation where nothing that was considered important is considered important anymore. Now the rules have changed, so to speak. It's not the way it used to be. But the trouble is that real life is not really that sensationalized. And I think if you work in the field of modern journalism, so to speak, there is now what I'll call this intense pressure to treat information like it's something to sell, like it's this, you know, thing that needs to be owned by a corporation or whatever, which is, in my opinion, a very dangerous thing to be doing. Um, Wait a minute, how do I get out of that? Uh, Hold on a second. Is there a way out of that? How do you get to the flippers too? Oh, it's probably under there. It's probably under there. Well, I'll just go back to what I was doing. So yeah, like if you watch most things, on a lot of cable news and whatnot, I think the natural tendency, like when gyms were open, like when I went to the gym and everything, I can't tell you just how many times I would sit between, like on an exercise bike, between, you know, two different news channels that had, differing viewpoints and differing agendas and, were owned by different corporations that wanted to peddle different things and seeing all that stuff. And it was just like the amount of contrast and cognitive dissonance that exists between, one side versus another, looking at the exact same things, mind you, and taking away completely different bullet points and talking points for their audience is staggering to me. And I think it's staggering specifically because deep down inside, when I see that, I know that the reason for that is because the people who are consuming that are mainly consuming it as entertainment, if nothing else. They're consuming it because they want their um, preconceptions in a lot of ways to be validated. They don't necessarily want um, objectivity in their reporting. They want validation in terms. Oh, I almost hit up there. Whew, boy, that was close. They want their biases and their prejudices to be validated by people on the screen, and that's, at least in my opinion, that's a very dangerous road to go down. And oops, I forgot to close Facebook up. Made a noise right there. Okay, we can finally get out of here. Watch, I'm gonna get totally clobbered by a glider on the way back. But if I go here, okay, that helps a little bit. Wait, where's the exit? Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, yeah, that's getting a 1. Not really a big fan of that one. I'm just gonna check this notification here. Okay, good. I posted a status earlier on Facebook addressing this issue. Oh boy, I have played this level before, and it was a monster um, to solve for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm going to do my best to try to figure this out. Um, this is based on the walls of Steam, by the way, for anyone who's wondering. Or more so like the layout of Steam is probably the better way to put it. And that is not what I need right now, but thankfully it wasn't a lethal situation. I'm just gonna go explore around and hopefully not make mistakes, and hopefully we can get all these chips. Anyway, the thing I posted earlier was something to the effect of just because you believe something to be true, or sorry, no, just because you want something to be true doesn't mean that it's going to be. Okay, so there's one button there. I'm going to remember that. I'm trying not to go into these places too many times because I feel like that's going to be a very bad thing. So anyway, this was in response to some of the recent things I've been seeing through via some people on social media who've been peddling reports from people who are essentially what I'll call arguments by authority, where someone claims to be a doctor or an expert in something, and they just happen to have the opinion that these people want to have parroted around regarding the pandemic. I think this is a very dangerous thing. And the reason why is not just because we live in exceptional times where there is a pandemic, but also just because if that's the metric by which we're processing information, that's a very sticky metric. That's like, oh, that I did not realize was going to be there. Okay. That's essentially saying I want to be validated, so I'm willing to believe anything that can massage my ego, no matter how true it actually is. I mean, am I the one who finds that a little bit questionable? I mean, maybe I'm overreacting to some degree in response to this, admittedly, but I don't think it's exactly an overreaction when lives are on the line. And I understand that there's different arguments for, you know, lives that are directly impacted by the virus versus those that are, suffering due to mental health and other issues um, that are really there's more attention being drawn to them now than there may have been few weeks ago, perhaps due to some of the statistics we're now seeing. So I'm not trying to minimize that in any way, because there's valid points to be made on either side of those arguments. What I am saying is that I think it's dangerous and grossly irresponsible to be treating information online as this weapon that you're wielding against people that you disagree with. Like that in and of itself is something that's problematic. But then you add, all the politics behind it, which I don't even want to get into here, which compounds a lot of the frustration even more. And it's just, I don't know, it's just ugly. It's just very ugly. And I've gotten to the point now where I've had to unfollow people on social media who insist on making everything a conspiracy. And I understand why this is the case. Like, I get it to a certain degree. I think there's a part of all of us, and I may have mentioned this before, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself here, but I think there's a part of all of us that wants there to be some kind of personalized element to the enemy that we're fighting, and I'm pretty sure I just screwed the level. Um, and because of that, I think it's very easy, and it's especially easy with a lot of our, media egging us on to do this. It's especially easy to prop up boogeymen in the service of trying to apply personalization to what we're fighting right now, because it's very different. There's an article I saw recently in the New York Times that was an interview with a guy named Matt Leacock, which is not a household name, especially in a time like this, but he's the designer of a board game called Pandemic. that came out, I think, about 12 years ago, and he said something really interesting that the game saw a lot of success primarily because the enemy that you're fighting is very impersonal, and it's something that you can all agree upon. It's not something that's been tainted by, you know, um, political agendas or anything like that. A virus is a very impersonal enemy. It just spreads. It's just something that keeps going and going, and you have to stop it. And we can all agree that viruses must be stopped. So I think, to his words, not mine here, he approached this from the perspective of, how much more can families and other people feel like they're much more united against this force, this unstoppable force, when that unstoppable force is not something that you can disagree about, which may sound like a very small, minor detail, but it's actually pretty huge. It's one of the reasons I think why the game has done as well as it has, and why it continues to sell many copies even up till today. In our pandemic situation in real life, where it's on the top of the best-selling list on Amazon and whatnot. Um, is that safe to go down and get this? Yes. Unfortunately, that is going to be a problem. That one there. I don't really like the way this works. Like, this level is very... It feels really all over the place when it comes to the layout and just the way this all is. Like, you really do have to do some planning on this. So anyway, all that to say, I'm just really fed up with a lot of this stuff I see on social media that's so insistent that, and this is another thing too. There's been, and I understand there's a lot of opinions about this that are all over the place due to anecdotal evidence. So I get it. I get the frustration around this, but one of the things that I think has really been harmful when it comes to a pandemic specifically is that there's kind of this, for lack of a better word, shunning, if you will, of expert opinion in a situation like this. And I think what's really bad about that is that when you insist continually that everything experts say has a political agenda, and maybe 5% of that is true. I'm not trying to dismiss the possibility that that could be the case, because, there have been plenty of examples in history and in our own country's recent history where, people are corporately bought out, or, stuff happens like that that should give us a good reason to cast suspicion. It's not that people are above suspicion or anything, but I just find it amazing the degree to which the suspicion has been cast. Like, it's just, okay, the exit is there. I just want to make sure. It's almost terrifying. And why did I go that way? That was really stupid. It's almost terrifying just how mainstream this idea has gotten in only a few weeks, mind you. Like, that's what really scares me about it. It's like, I haven't really read it or anything, but there was a book that I saw a friend of mine point to called, like, oh wait, that's a thin wall. That's the other thing. The thin walls on this level are, with this color palette, they're even harder to see, which is a bit problematic, I think. Okay, so if I can just get this layer of chips on this run, that would be amazing. Anyway, the amount of like distrust I've seen online has gotten to the point now where it's starting to border on irresponsible. And maybe that's an extreme word, but that's the one I'm going with, and I'm not sorry for using it. Especially when there's just so much at stake. And I understand that there may be things that are blown out of proportion, and maybe we'll all look back on this one day and be like, maybe we went overboard in some areas. But the problem with a pandemic and with this whole concept of flattening the curve is that when it comes up against our own cultural proclivities toward wanting instant gratification, you got yourself this conundrum where, wait a minute, can I get out of this? Yes, okay. That was a little iffy. Where the things you do, you're not necessarily going to be thanked for them or anything. Like there's not going to be this alternate reality you're going to see where everything worked out and you're going to see all the, you're going to have Doctor Strange vision and be able to see all the stuff that you avoided in some alternate universe somewhere. That doesn't work like that. Um, Now, did I make a mistake by going in there specifically? Was that the issue? Because I went through here. I remember that. I did that. I feel like I need to keep that there, but maybe not. The problem is, no, I can enter and exit through that. Okay, let's go here first. I think that's the smart play this time. And then we're going to do this again. Yeah, it's like whenever you're dealing with a situation where you are preventing something, something that you don't know anything about, mind you, like even experts are still studying it. There's not a magical moment where it's all going to be suddenly be over. There's not a point at which you can say, with confidence that I know exactly how much I avoided death-wise via X statistic because, people who deal with statistics are still trying to revise data models. And how do I get back there? Did I just make a really terrible mistake in how I handled this section? I feel like I did. Let's try this again. I have an idea here. So like even when people who are supposed to be experts, mind you, are trying to work this out themselves and are still struggling to do so, the hubris of someone who is, trying to peddle this narrative that they know better, I just find astonishing. Like I just can't imagine how in the world, when it comes to a situation where people's literal lives are on the line, you're using this as a time to further a political narrative that you've had in your head for all this time instead of participating in the very things that can help save lives and prevent more people from suffering. And I understand that, people have different ideas about, what it means to help in something like this. And we can debate about that endlessly, I'm sure. But the point still stands that if all you're motivated by is an agenda, if all you're motivated by is saying there's this group of people who are too loud and I want them to be quiet, so I'm going to go to sources that make me feel better, that's just irresponsible. I mean, that's just, I just can't see why someone would do that other than wanting to basically become the very thing that they are standing against, someone who is biased, someone who is peddling a narrative. Like that's essentially what you're becoming by doing this. And that blows my mind that the people aren't seeing that, like it's unbelievable to me. Anyway, I I've said enough. I'm sorry if this rant has gone on for too long. I just find the whole thing very, and I know maybe this has been one-sided as well, and I'm sorry if that's, how do I get in there to get those is the question. Did I miss out on that by, I don't understand how you do it. So wait, could you, no, you have to do that because otherwise, unless there's a better way, but this section here is what's bothering me. Like, how do you get through that? maybe going that way wasn't such a good idea. Maybe our original plan was better. Let's try the original plan again, but this time with this route that we take through here. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say on that. I'm just sick of all the arguing on social media, all the agenda pushing, all of the, just the lack of nuance, I think is probably the best way I can put it. Just when it comes to how people present opinions and argue about things, where it's like, and this is another thing that's always bothered me for a long time, is just the effect of tribalism on social media is unbelievably crazy and in some ways very dangerous. Where someone says something and automatically, without fail, people come out of the woodwork and immediately, counter them, saying things like, well, if you believe this, then you must believe that. And it's like, I never even got into that. It's not like I even have much of an opinion about that thing. But if you're not careful and you say something, people process it that way. And that's such a dangerous thing. Like it's fascinating to me how we've aggregated talking points on the political spectrums, and we've just gotten to the point now where just saying something just automatically brands you as a whatever, you know. And it's like, is there no nuance at all anymore? Like ever? Okay, I think I see how we can handle this. So we can go here, do this, grab all this inside, then get out by going here. This is actually a pretty neat section, but oh, I thought there was an open way through. Okay, apparently there's not. That is so weird. How do you get past that? There has to be a way to get past that I'm not seeing. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of where I am right now, and I'm sorry if I've offended people here. Sorry, not sorry. I don't really know what else to say about that any more than what I've said here. So yeah, maybe I just need to get off the internet more. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe I should do that sometime. Okay, so we're still on the left of where that whole thing even started. So this section down here, that section is what's keeping this whole thing the giant question mark, so to speak. So let's say I was to go down here again. All right, so we go down here. What exactly is the issue? Was it using this as the entrance point? Was that it? Because if I go up here, escaping through here shouldn't be a problem, right? Like that, I wouldn't think that's an issue. Am I just misreading this? And that's what I'm seriously wondering right now. Okay, going down here, I don't think this is bad, but we will see. Okay, so if I go in here, okay, there is a way out up there. Okay, I'm not misreading that. I'm not seeing an illusion or something. That's real. I can go in here, grab you, go out here. Okay, it is here. And I saw ships down here too, so let me grab those. Now the question is, what's the best way to get further on down the line? And I'm thinking maybe going down here might be the better option, if only because we can kind of do more of a straight shot upward to the exit and whatnot. So let's do that. So it's really that right section that's the kind of the key to all this, because this left section is kind of open-ended. Like there's a lot more space here. All right, so that's green light. I don't know what to rate this one because honestly, I don't think it's like an unfair I don't think it's unfair as a level. I think, once you play it a couple of times, you can get it fairly easily. It's not like you're going to be stuck on this forever or anything. I just think the problem I have with it is that because it's a walls of level, and I get the whole deal with walls of levels, because it's walls of, you're kind of bound to the layout of the original level a little bit more. Now, granted, there are, thin walls to use and all that, but I did find it interesting how the right side, the bottom right specifically, was much tighter than the left side. I'll give it a 3. I think it was decent. Don't panic. Okay, I see a clock. Go west, but now you broke it. Okay, so we need to. Okay. So as long as I don't get another. What? Oh, we have to make a choice at these junctures here. So is it just the path of the clocks? Is that what we're trying to. Oh, whoops. I keep doing that. Don't tell me that this is a guessing game. That we already had that happen with that one level, that rail maze level or whatever it was called, which was not fun. The other problem I have with this is that you don't really know that you're going through one of these things until you get there in some of these cases, and I have a feeling that this was wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, is the go west thing like a constant? I wonder if it is. Because going down there, I think that's the right option. Let's just go west every time. I wonder if this is supposed to be like South Pole, where you're supposed to just make the same choice every time. Okay, so far so good. Why did I time it like that? That was really weird. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about more pleasant things today. I'm trying to think of stuff here. I've been able to get outside a lot more lately, which has probably been one of the best things about this, has been spending more time out in nature. I can honestly say that that's been one of the biggest silver linings throughout this whole season has been just getting out more. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, so go here. Okay, so far this is working out. I keep pushing the direction keys that match even though this is a railroad and that really doesn't matter as much. And also, can I get a break here to go through or is this gonna be constant? It seems like it's constant and it's hard to gauge when it's safe to go across. Anyway, sorry for projecting all or just letting out all the stress here on this recording. I just playing CC, I think, like I said in a previous video, I think playing CC has it's supposed to be something relaxing, but unfortunately for me it's been easy to kind of turn it into sort of a project in a lot of ways, and for me projects are not relaxing things, and that's one of the things I've kind of been discovering a little more throughout this is that the more I detach myself from treating things as work, the easier it is to not get stressed about stuff. If that makes sense. And that applies to like a lot of things. It's not just Chips Challenge, it's a lot of stuff. So I've been trying to be a little bit more careful about that, and that's why I'm probably not going to be doing a whole lot of CC once this is all over. Um, this being CC2LP1 voting, by the way. Yeah, I'm not seeing a break in any of that. Like, that looks pretty constant. Okay, good. I do like how these are like different patterns. Oh, that's a, okay. Yeah, that's getting a 1. I'm not really a fan of that. It was very much on an on rails literally level, and yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Just there wasn't much there. All right, 1.5D. This was a pit of 100 tiles level, right? It's got a bunch of wires on it here. No boot dropping. The trapped glider will unlock the skates for 10 seconds when released. I forgot about how to solve this. It has been a while since I last played this. So we're gonna need a clone button for that. Do you go over here? I feel like you go over here. That makes the most sense. I don't know if pushing that was correct, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We'll see how it goes. I remember there was this thing with a glider and like that whole series of buttons being like a sound alarm thing whenever you use the trap button later, or I guess it's this pink button. That part I remember. The rest of it, I feel like this level was meant to be sort of like a here's like a very limited path that you can walk, and you can then deviate from it kind of like a platformer in a way. I don't know if that's what the title was referring to necessarily. I think it's an interesting concept though. It's pretty novel in some respects. I also like the wire aesthetics in the CC2 version because the original level kind of felt, I guess, a bit sparse. It's probably the best way I can put it. Okay, so I think it's one of these. I forget. Is it the water? I feel like we're making a terrible decision. And we should have gone back and looked at it, but I remember the ending of this being pretty fun. But I'm going to have to get my memory jogged here a little. Okay, so I'm going to wait for that tank to come back. So we can go in here. I don't see any harm in doing that, so we'll just continue doing so. I think the idea is that you want to establish like a complete circuit around which you can run, so then you can turn on the tank, the what you call it, toggle button. And I just barely escaped that. That's a close shave if I ever saw one. So eventually, if that glider should destroy the bomb at the end, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm pretty certain that our next move is supposed to be going through there, but I'm gonna just double check a few things first. First of all, where are the green doors? Because that part, is it just that block? Because if that's the case, then I think this is meant to be about getting the remainder of the chips. Once we do that, then I think the green key becomes a lot more relevant. So let's get the chips first. Okay, that button should clone the block that we were hoping for here. And now this allows us to get back. Yeah, I think my main complaint about this is the amount of back and forthing you have to do. But I do like it though. I think it's kind of a cool level. So wait, I hit that 1, 2, 3 times? I'm now not sure. What's the trap button connected to? Let me see. Oh no. This really isn't just for show. Oh. Alright, so the next stop is to get this trap opened. How do we do that? What is controlling it, even? Oh wait, this thing died, didn't it? Was it? It was the gliders, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's why you had to do it like that. I see. You had to drown the tank so that you could run up that whole thing. That's, I remember now, that is a pretty cool twist. Okay, so now we have that done. Now how do we get to this? Oh, here it is, this right here. So now that we're done with that, we can go there, get that key, and I think we're good to go as far as getting the green key now. That should be all we needed. Okay. Okay, so now wasn't there like a glider? Yeah, there's a glider there. So I think this is where we partial post stuff, isn't it? I'm just trying to remember how this goes. I think what we do is we place these here, and then the glider goes around like the whole track. Let's find out. If we did everything correctly, it should end up here at the bomb here in a minute or so. Because it also doesn't matter like what orientation the toggle doors are in. All right, I'm gonna give that a 3. I think it's still a decent level. Not my favorite, but I do like what it offers. Okay, Puce. Okay, I'm not gonna forget this time. This is a multi-character level. I can see the circular outline there. This is an interesting aesthetic. Okay, so there's the exit. So apparently there's another chip. Okay. We can get all these. I like how there's an outer aesthetic that you seemingly can't reach. It's kind of cool. And oh, so how does the other chip get there? Okay, apparently there's some hidden mechanism that does all that. That was... Oh, here we go. There's a ghost that, I guess, hooks the blocks or something? Or no, there's a button that does stuff here. I guess it reverses the force floor and then allows the stuff to happen. That's interesting. Oh, I see. The ghost then hooks that block over. Yeah, I can't say I'm a big fan of that. That was pretty basic. There wasn't really a whole lot going on there. I'm gonna give that one a 1. I don't mind basic, but like that was maybe a little too basic. Collapsing elevator shafts. Okay. So wait a minute. If I go through, oh, okay, there's an invisible wall. Okay. I was like, I don't have suction boots that I can see, so unless they're over here. Okay. So wait a minute. On this one, is it just a matter of just going through and continually getting all these? Okay, so that enables us to get a block through here. Gotcha. Alright. Pretty simple, I think. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I wonder what that is cloning. Okay, I take it that's where the exit is. There's also a vertical teleport that goes out there. Okay, so now we go this way and do some things here. Wonder what that recessed wall is all about. Doesn't seem like you would need that, but I could be wrong. Okay, this section. What do you do with this? Is it just... Can I turn that around there? No. This seems a little problematic. So, like... How would you do this? Can you turn it around up here? Wait, no, it wouldn't even matter because you'd have to get past this, which is seemingly impossible. Alright, let's go do some stuff here for now. I'm gonna do that. What's down here? So here's something that's really weird about this. I looked at the sides there when we were going through. The layout of this level looks very similar to Neptune from CCLP2, but like, this is not the amount of space that Neptune takes. Was this modified? Like, this is definitely the glider cloning area, and then those are where the tanks are. Like, this is totally Neptune, but this amount of space is nowhere close to what Neptune takes up. Like, space was clearly hang on a sec. So what does going through that teleport end up accomplishing, I wonder? I'm a little nervous about pushing this out, but I don't really see what more we can do. This area doesn't really do anything for us until we... Maybe we were premature in getting the block. Well, no, we weren't, because we had to push that block here, didn't we? Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. That seems a little strange. Unless I just really missed some cool Sokoban trick. Oh, even this... Oh, here's some chips. Yeah, even this top part is truncated. Oh, there's bonuses here. So, like, what do you do with all of this? Do you just go back through everything? Is that... I mean, I don't think I can take these blocks back, can I? Also, I don't think this really does anything, so I'm just gonna get a bunch of bonuses here. Maybe there's like a secret ship here or something. Maybe that's the trick. Or not. Alright. Wait, I could just go... Oh, no, never mind. So that's just a bonus area. There's nothing... Oh wait, I can make a loop there. I'm dumb. I can make a loop here. Derp. Alright, let's do this for real now. Alright, so this level, all in all, I was not really the biggest fan of this one. Blow up one bomb, beware of invisible walls in the left shaft. What? Don't tell me I was supposed to, like, wait to go down to the teleport till now. Oh no. Oh wait, no, it's the right side. It's the right side, my bad. Almost forgot. It's over here. There we go. Okay, that is collapsing elevator shafts. I'm gonna give that... I'm gonna give that a 1. I was not really a fan of it. It was just block pushing without too much happening on top of it. I didn't really think it offered a whole lot. It was just more it was just more like grunt work than anything else, which was kind of what bothered me about it. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with 1 on that one. Give me shelter. Oh, snap. Let's go in here. I take it this is our shelter, right? All right, we are under a shelter-in-place order here inside the Great Block Fort area thing. I must admit, the hook makes this quite a bit easier. I'd be curious to see like if this level would be a lot harder without a hook. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So wait a minute. Oh wait, the doors are closed right now. So like, okay, I'll have to take a closer look at them later. Maybe I shouldn't go for the bonuses if this is going to be that much of like a time thing. Okay. I'm really nervous about this, running up like this. Oops. Let's not do that. There we go. That's probably the best way to handle this is just doing that. All you need is really 2 blocks. So you wouldn't be able to do this with without a hook. I have to say, this is an interesting idea. I've seen it before in other levels that made it a little bit more tedious, but in this case, it's less tedious, and I feel like it's just more repetitive, which is not really my cup of tea, to be honest. I'm just curious how he gets the exit, though. Like, what do you do to get to the exit in this? Do 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 do. I like that noise. The further out I get, I feel like the safer it is. But maybe that's just me. Okay. Okay, so I gotta wait. Let's wait till the great opening. I wonder if the intended solution was to take that 4th block that was in the lower right all over the level. Because admittedly, having only 2 blocks here, it feels like that's... Okay, there we go. It feels like that's a little bit trivial for how many blocks are in each room, but then you have more in that first area, so it makes me wonder. That level I was not the biggest fan of. I'm going to give it a 1. The main reason for it is I like the idea of it, but my problem with this is that most of the action feels random, and then you're not even around for when all the fireballs are doing stuff. It's just a matter of just hopping into one of those things and waiting it out, which doesn't feel all that exciting. And then the bonuses just extend that even more, which doesn't exactly feel like it adds a lot of value. Oh, here's one of my levels. Slow motion hallway fight sequence. Yeah, this level, this is a thing. I forgot about this one. Um, yeah, I forgot how to solve this. So let's figure it out. So it involves yellow teleports, we know that. And I can't remember if it involves doing something with this. Hang on, let's just see. Okay, yeah, there we go. Let's do this where I push you in there. And then I forgot how to separate these. I honestly forgot how to separate these. Was it something like this where I feel like we messed it up. Let's just start over. Okay. whoops. That was a very stupid idea. Let's never do that again. Okay, so we do that, go here. Now, can I do this where I just, like, okay, that helps, that very much helps. I think that was what I had in mind originally. Okay, so now let's do this. I'm gonna put you there, and then what's a good place that's not gonna jeopardize our chances of getting this through? I think that's fine, because I can just approach it from that. Okay. That was a lot better than what I was expecting to have happen there. Okay, so I have to do a similar kind of separation type thing here, but now we have these things, so now I'm trying to remember, did I do this and then, okay. Now this part is interesting because you could do something like this, and I think I did, where you do that. Oh, but this might be a problem in terms of getting the block. Wait, no, I don't think it is actually, because I could do, hang on, gotta think here. Um, let's do this. And then that. I think that should solve all of our problems. Yay, we did it. Okay. Yeah, this is actually not that hard. I feel like when I made this, I was like, ooh, it's a super tight level and stuff, and it ended up not really being that hard in terms of rigidity. Maybe it will be for some people, I don't know. Now, how do you solve this part? I think we just pulled some things into this room. Yeah, it was something like that. I'm trying to be careful not to bunch up a bunch of these blocks too much here. That's my only concern with this, but other than that, whoop. Okay, there we go. Then with that, okay. So I'm trying to remember how to do this because I feel like it was actually not that hard, and I'm probably just making it hard. How do you do this part? Part of it as well is that I need to make sure that I give myself space over here too, so I'll have to remember that. This might be a bit problematic. Let's try something else. How do you get out of this now? Did I just mess this up for all of us now? Wait a minute. Wait. No. I don't want you to go there. Stay there. There we go. I want that. Then I can get out. Okay. So, as far as this is concerned, what are some good ways to make sure that I think I need to do one more teleporty thing here. Okay. So at this point, there we go. Okay. At this point, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna move all these into place like that, and then we can push everything into there. Or should it be pull everything into there? I think as long as I do this, just go from the left side, it should be fine. Oh no. Please tell me I did not just create a unwinnable situation here. Oh no. 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 Uh, there has got to be a way to recover from this, right? Please tell me. If I can put this on like the bottom layer, that'd be amazing right about now. Hang on a sec. There we go. Okay, so if I can go here. There, okay. We are rapidly running out of time. I was not expecting this part to take this long. Oh man, oh man. Okay, let's do that. Come back through here. Okay, I need to get this. I need to just take that there. Okay, so now we'll do that. I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as humanly possible. There. Okay, get that one. I don't think I'm going to make this. Yeah, this is not looking good. We almost had it. I really made that last section terrible. I'm gonna just call it there though. I don't want to spend too long on this. I'll give it a 4. I think it's a decent level. It might be a little too easy, more so than I was thinking, but I think it does manage to be fairly non-trivial without being too frustrating, which I think does help, especially with some of these yellow teleport levels. Anyway, um, let's see. Should I take a break here? I think I'll take a break here. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, we are back with Conquest. Let's see what this is all about. That clones a block, I guess, and oh no. Oh no. This is this really what it looks like? Okay. I think it is. All right, so it seems like we're trying to expand the amount of space that the territory that we have here by using these blocks. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a thing. Let's do this for now. Oh, whoops. Okay, blobs, don't do anything crazy while I'm gone. Just okay, good. Okay, yeah, I should have left that there. Why did I do that? So we're gonna have to be very careful here. This is gonna involve some very slow expansion, I'm guessing. And also a little bit of push your luck, I'm assuming. Oh no, I did it again. Don't come in here. Okay, good, good. Okay, that's pretty much as far as that's gonna go. So I wonder, can we get to the point where the blobs are fully contained? I'd be curious to see. This just seems like it would take a long time. Okay, there we go. That's marginally better, but this feels like it's going to be quite a drag. I like this idea though. That's the thing. Like I like the idea of this. I'm just not sure about, okay, can you go to the left? Because I would like to trap you on the left side. Yes. Okay, good. It's on the left. Okay, so at least that's one less blob. That's good. I'm very thankful for that. We're gonna need to get more in here. Because if we could, theoretically, trap some of the blobs, that might help. Okay, I'm gonna just go for that one, just to give it a shot. There's 23 chips. This is gonna take forever. Yeah, the right side here seems to be really kind of hairy. I'm just gonna try being risky here for a minute. Maybe you can afford to do a little more than at a slightly faster rate, even though it's a little riskier. One thing I am curious about, I mean, I know it's probably kind of a little bit of a pipe dream, but I'm wondering, can you like eliminate all the slime to the degree that blobs are not going to be invading with it? Or, well, I guess if you trap the blobs, there's always going to be at least one slime somewhere, right? Or am I thinking that through incorrectly? I might be thinking that through incorrectly. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. I think trying to do stuff like this can help, but you have to be willing to acknowledge the risks and provide barricades in places that make sense. Because now, like down there, like that one's starting to go down and erase so much of it. But yeah, if I could contain these, that would be really cool. I'm wondering if it's within reach here. Yeah, there we go. So like that's a good example of how we could do it. Okay, there we go. So now I've created this giant wall here, which I'm hoping we can make some use of. Okay, can you go to the left? That would be really cool. Go in that little spot there. How many blobs are there, by the way? I'd be really curious to know that. Alright, let's get some block backup here. Ew, that looks bad. Let's block that up. Yay! Okay, that's excellent. Okay, as long as we don't get any pushback of some sort, we should be fine. I'm a little worried about the hole there, but I think we can patch it up with minimal issue. Okay, good. So I say that, and now I'm about to like go through all over again and do more risky stuff, but I'm curious to know why the buttons are placed like this. I mean, this one, I'm guessing it's so that you don't get hit by a block. That makes the most sense. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we have a wall there. Okay, there are two blobs there. Good to know. Let's get another block in. I'm glad that the level at least starts you off with some space that's already filled in with floor. That does help a bit. Okay, let's just do that. Okay, there we go. Alright, we have even more stuff. We haven't even touched this area yet. Let's get one more block here. I'm sorry I'm not talking much during this. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything with these blobs, especially because I feel like these blobs are so volatile potentially as far as what they could do. But I think we've gotten to the point now where this is more manageable. So I'm just gonna start blazing through. This may be terrible, by the way. I'm gonna probably rue this decision in some way. Oh boy. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Here comes all the bad stuff here. Okay, you need to stay back. Stay back. There we go. Okay. Slightly better. Let's patch this area up down here. Okay, there we are. Now this spot up here, I think we still, did we leave this open? Yeah, we did. In fact, this whole thing is wide open, which is probably fine just because we don't really have much more going on here, but still. Yeah, I love the push your luck element of this concept. I just wish it wasn't this big as far as how much space this is taking up. Because man, this is quite a lot. Okay, so there's 4 chips left. I think they're all at the bottom somewhere. Yeah, I see one there. And then that one there. Okay, that's good. Thankfully, we have all these backup blocks here that help a lot. Okay, so now I'm not sure about this. This looks kinda nasty. The amount of blobs that are swarming here. Did I block up the whole area up here? Is that why? Yeah, I think it is. There's this whole wall here that's making it hard. You know what? Let's open that up. That might help a bit. I might actually want to just take this down, but I'm nervous that this could get erased if I'm not careful. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep. Get back here. Okay. We got all the chips. Can get out, hopefully. Oh no. No, 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 Blob. Stay back. No. Don't tell me I'm trapped here. Don't tell me I'm trapped here. How do I get out? Can I get out? No way. No way. Did I just go through all that only to get completely cooked here at the end? Okay. If I made it back, I could have exited. I'm just gonna look at. Okay, there wasn't anything in these areas. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a 2. I liked the idea, but it was very tedious. But I like the idea though. That's the thing. Like I thought the idea was kind of cool. I just wish it wasn't quite so long. But anyway, Fire Force. All right. How do I get in there? Is there anything under these blocks? No? What? How do you get in there? I mean, I see that you can't just boost backward over. Hang on, let me try this. Because you need a preceding force floor for this, right? Yeah, so that's not going to work. So, I mean, we can't get ice here because this isn't even. What? What am I missing with this? I mean, if I put like a block or some kind of, wait a minute, I think I might see something here. So if I were to go, I'm just thinking of spitballing stuff here. Let's say I did this. Except those are on the left. Whoops. Not a good thing. I keep messing this up. Why do I keep messing this up? Let's just act like those are a lost cause. Okay. You almost have to put this here. But wait, no, that wouldn't work. I'm just thinking to myself, what would happen if you had the two dirt blocks here, or maybe a dirt and an ice block, and then you somehow were able to jump on this? But like, how would you jump on that? Yeah, that's because like if I could slide on that, bounce here, slide on that again, then I can go into the exit. But I'm not seeing a way that you can do that, right? Like, am I just completely blind here? I mean, this could be floor. Uh, yeah, I'm not really seeing it, guys. I'm not seeing this one. What is it that I'm missing? I don't, like, you can't draw a path all the way between these. Like, I don't see any way that's possible. So if I were to like fill this in, it's either going to be ice or floor. Floor doesn't seem to be something that would help. So it has to be ice, right? So then the question becomes, how would you slide here in such a way? Like, I'm pretty sure if I were to do like what we did at the start, let's say we did this again. Whoops, not like that. And not like that either. But if I did what we were attempting to do earlier and push this in and boost in, it's going to treat these like separate. Yeah, it's going to treat those separately. So that's not happening at all. Yeah, this is a little odd. There's no boots either, which is also problematic. I mean, what am I not seeing with this? Like this seems like it should be pretty straightforward, but I'm obviously missing something. There's no way to like make these things turn in some way. So it's not like I could draw a line between like this is floor, this ice, 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 and then I can somehow get off of that path to go right. I mean, that's not possible. This is something really obvious, isn't it? Like what is it that I'm not seeing with this one? And what's up with all these blocks over here? All right, I'm gonna look at the solution. I have no idea what we're supposed to do with this? This has been kind of a bit of a frustrating episode. Okay. What? Okay, now I'm really confused. What is this even accomplishing? What? Okay, I didn't realize that was even possible. So apparently you can temporarily treat that block like it's a nail and go back. That seems really fiddly. I am not a fan of that. Like, I like that you can do it, but the fact that it's the linchpin in solving a level like this seems very fishy to me. Eh, I I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to give this a 1 on principle. It's one of those things that I'm not a fan of, like reaching for some obscure behavior to solve a level. I just don't really think that's right. I think it's a clever concept, but I'm just not a fan of that behavior. All right, to me, to you. Okay. Okay, so one of the teeth blew up. There we go. Okay. So is there anything over here? There's a bonus. Nice. All right, so Melinda has a helmet, and I'm a little concerned about. Oh, wait. You would hold that down while you go here? Or is it the other way? I should probably do this because you have the helmet. Okay. And this looks really kind of nasty. So does Chip go there while Melinda goes here? Oh, wait. I need to actually hold that down for the character that I'm going to be. Wait. How do you reconcile? All right. I feel like you. Eh. Let's go. Let's do this. What is the point of this? I don't get it. Is that supposed to just hold the whole thing down permanently? I feel like it is, and I'm missing how that's all connected. Okay. Alright, other teeth. You need to come this way. Alright, so what's the order of operations here? It seems like directing the thing over there is correct, right? Like, I don't see any other use for this. I don't think you can really hold down the trap button, so it would make sense. So the question here is, was I supposed to do this first? And I think the answer is yes. But the other question is, who goes in which area? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you actually have to do this, because we need to get both characters out. So I feel like Chip is the one who needs the helmet, actually. Because if Chip has the helmet, like these things are going to run away from Melinda. No question. It's like, Chip, if you did this, and then Melinda kept pushing this down, can we use that in some way? Okay, good. So I can just do this, right? Okay, good. This feels like a cheese T1 level. I wonder if Gavin made this. Okay, so we did that. Let's do this next. Now the question here is what exactly is involved in making this work? Oh, you have the helmet. Oh, hang on. This could be problematic. Uh, yeah, I don't think we can make it through. I should have traded that. I feel like we've messed this up now. Yeah, I meant to start over. I really don't like this opening. Okay, go over here. We'll get this one. Do that, go here. Yeah, this pack is just filled with a lot of fiddliness. Okay, let's drop that. Get out of there. Alright, Chip, you're gonna be the one going down. Okay, good. Okay, so we've established that that's correct. Wait, why is that? Oh, I held down the flame jet! I'm a doofus. Why did I do that? Did I just close the gap between me and the teeth there? I feel like I did. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. Do that. There we go. That's how you handle that. Alright, so Melinda, drop you there. Then Chip, you need to go through this again. Okay, this is not working out. There we go. I really don't like that part. Okay, now we're back here again. Okay, you need to go through here. There we go. Okay. So my question is, how do you get all of this out? And I think you have to do something probably like this. There we go. That's pretty doable. Interesting idea. I feel like we've seen partnership levels like this done better, though. I'm going to give that one a 2. Ring of Fire. Okay. We fell into a burning ring of fire. The way the outside aesthetics of this look remind me a lot of what's the name of that level? And now I got trapped. I even suggested this title. Oh man, Inferno Dynamics, right? Okay, so are we supposed to launch those bowling balls through that? What do the bowling balls even accomplish? Let's see what happens. Oh, is that consistent? Okay, I'm gonna just get one at a time. Let's try this out. Interesting, okay. So it does appear to be a one at a time thing. We're gonna use suction for that. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure if that was the right move or not, but we'll find out. That's such an interesting idea. I like it though. So this is basically an item swapper with a gimmick as the central travel mechanism. Wait, what are we supposed to do here? Was the yellow key on the other side? It was. It was here. Yeah, it was there. Why did I do that? Uh, okay. I'm gonna hold off on those blue keys for now. Okay. So the suction boots are definitely used in the other area. We know that at least. Okay. I feel like it's really interesting how the blobs travel at normal speed along the force floors. That's really fascinating to me. So I guess the green door is on the other side, so we do need to go back. Here we are. Okay, I see no reason to release that teeth, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Alright, so I think that leads to the area behind the blue keys. So that's where we spin the blue keys, right here. Maybe there's some in the opposite corner too? Wait. Are we supposed to get the teeth to press that? I think the answer is yes. I should have paid better attention to that. My bad. Yeah, I had to say, I'm not the biggest fan of this level as a whole. I do like this concept, but it is... I don't know. It feels like a gimmick that's housing a level that's... Wait, did I forget to just use the red key over there? I forgot to use the red key over there. I completely forgot to use the red key over there. Oh my goodness, I am really out of it tonight. I was so excited about these blue keys and getting rid of them, I didn't even think about it. So how do you get that chip? Do you get that chip? Maybe not. Alright, so here we get yellow. And we also open yellow in this area. We go over here. Forgot to get a bowling ball. You know what? I just thought of something. once we do get the blue keys, will we even be able to get back here? I'm wondering if I opened the wrong blue doors. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, I think I did. I think I did. Now I can't get back. Well, I can, but I don't think I can get back here. I can do this, but that's it. Man, I keep making like every possible mistake, it feels like. Alright, I'll go ahead and do this, but not open up the blue doors here. Because that's a no-no. So how do you get that bonus flag? Can you get the bonus flag? That would be interesting to find out. Don't forget to pick one of those up at your local supermarket. Don't know why I said that. Alright, so we're definitely slated to go down here next with the suction. Then we go into the I still need to use the stuff up there, don't I? We go into the green door area. Okay, so we're never coming back here again. Never coming back. Okay. So, oh wait, I need to do this. So this one we use over here. I like the fact that you have to use it on the exit. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm going to give that one a 1. I liked the mechanism. I'm curious to see the editor on this one. Okay, yeah, there's hidden logic in the level. Yeah, I liked that mechanism, but other than that, it was basically just an item swapper. I did like the bowling ball at the end, though, but other than that, not the biggest fan of it. All right, cut teeth. What is this? Huh? Okay, we're trapped here, right? Like I can't get the Melindas into the trap button. Unless I somehow desync. Oh, not another one of these synchronized things. Hang on. So if I do something like this where hang on. Can I do this? There we go. Okay. Okay, so now I can explore freely over here. And now I can do that. Hoping this is correct. I have no clue. So it looks like I need another block for that, or maybe I use one of the doppelgangers for that. Who knows? What on earth is this all about? This seems like a very particular level as far as what you have to do. Not sure I'm a fan of that. Like that earlier level was already enough of a pain. This is dialing the pain up even more. Okay, so Melinda is gonna have to get out of here through this. But then where does Melinda go after that? I'm just looking here at, whoa, my phone just went off and it was right next to a paper plate and it made a really creepy noise. Okay, I'm gonna just use Chip to look around some more. So ultimately our goal's over there. We know that. We know our goal's there. And there's also skates, which seems to suggest, is that for Chip? Because Melinda can naturally skate, so I would assume yes. See, like, you would need to have the doppelganger Chip and normal Chip line up here, right? How would you even get, like, you would have to keep doing a bunch of switching back and forth to make this work. That just seems like a pain. I, yeah. So let's say I did this. I wish I had a helmet so I could, like, actually get past all this with, and bump up against the teeth without any problem. Oh, that can die in the fire. I didn't realize that. Oh. You know what? I do not have the patience for this. I'm gonna watch the solution to this one too. I am so sorry. But this level and I were not necessarily jiving here. Okay. What? Are you serious? Yeah, this is. Ugh, I don't know about this. Okay. That part was kind of cool. I liked the way that worked out. The rest of it, though, like everything is so particular with the way it works. I'm just not a fan of it. Like a rearrangement puzzle in and of itself is not a bad thing. It's just more this type of puzzle. It feels like this is the sort of thing that's better suited to something where you're not having to deal with these moving elements that could kill you. Like that's what really bothers me about these kinds of doppelganger levels. Like this right here, like this in and of itself is already looking like a pain. And I know why it's being done is because you need to destroy a bomb to get to the exit, which makes sense. Just, ugh. Yeah. Wait, how would you get past this? What? Oh, right, you have the skates. I forgot. And then she can do that. Yeah. That's kind of a cool ending, though. I'll give it a 2. Yeah, it wasn't quite as bad as that earlier one. The, what's it called? Too many chips. I liked the way this one worked more. I think there was more of a puzzle there. But the fact that there's two sets of two characters, to me, that just feels like a lot to. I mean, I guess it's technically a character, a doppelganger, but man, it's a lot to deal with. I am not a fan of that kind of thing. All right, constant vigilance. I do know this level. This is from Pit of Wonder Tiles. And we just died. We were not vigilant. All right, let's see if we can get these bonuses. You got him, okay. So it's the first and the fifth ones. Okay, that's still a trap. Okay. I know that there's, in links, there's a chip there that you can get that you're not supposed to get. I don't think that's possible in CC2, but I could be completely wrong. Okay, that one is the bad one. Okay, this is the area that has the teleport maze thing happening. I should have memorized it first. That was my bad. For some reason, I thought you could see the whole thing from every single place, but of course that's not right. Okay, so up and down for the last one, left and right and down for this one. So right, left, up, left. Okay. Okay. There we go. So what goes down there? I think we're going to go down that way. So this is that room where you don't want to go all the way there, yeah. Yeah, I really like this level a lot. I'd rather see this in CCLP5 than CC2, to be honest, but I do like it. I think it's a pretty slick level. Alright, let's go up here. 1 and 5, right? Yep. Okay, and I think the last chip is here. And we need to go over here. Cool. Alright, so that means... I think it's this one. Yes. Now, is that gravel tile there? Why is that gravel tile there? Oh, are these invisible? I forgot how that works. I think they are invisible. I can see. Yeah, they are. That's nice that that's there. I like that. I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3 for this pack. All right, protect me, Swivel Senpai. All right. Okay, we should be protected. Oh wait, are we? No, no, we're not, because that's gonna. Yeah. Okay, we need to actually be a little bit more. How do you make sure that does not? Okay, so that one's fine. Okay, but then we need to create a barrier. Oh my goodness, this is bad. Okay, okay, there we go. That works. Yeah, no matter what, you pretty much have to deal with that. And then this section, I don't see how you can actually... What? How do you get that one fixed like that? Okay, I feel like once you get to that point, you're kind of screwing yourself, so you have to be very careful. Yeah. There's something about that that I'm missing, that area over there. Yeah, we can't really do anything with that when they can come in. I wish you had a little more time on this, but this is kind of a cool concept though. So let's see. Okay, so it goes, if you go that way, it's counterclockwise. If you go that way, it's clockwise. So, okay, I think I can kind of imagine how it goes. So here, I want to go counterclockwise twice. Up here, I want it to go, I want that to stay the same. This is the one I actually want to change. So this one needs to go clockwise twice. Let's tell you what, let's do this one first. Okay. Problem now is that I don't want to mess any of these up, which seems like it could be an issue, and yeah. And we missed that one. Wait, can you stay safe there? I am really curious if you could do that. That would be really interesting. Because they were like bouncing off against each other, like you saw that, right? You saw that. I would be really curious to see if that's possible. Oh wait, that's probably bad. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Except that happened. Okay. I do like how it's all symmetrical at the start. That is kind of cool. Then you have to balance it out. Oh, I think we just screwed it. Yeah, that top one I'm not a fan of. I keep going that way even though that's not right. I don't know why I keep doing that, honestly. I did it again. Why did I just do it again? Okay, there. There we go, we got it. Finally. I wish that there was just a little bit more time on that, but it works. I mean, it's not terribly long to figure out or anything. All right, I'll give it a 3. I think it's okay. I mean, it's a cool concept. I kind of wish that maybe it had a few, like maybe another room or something, just something that allowed it to build on itself, or maybe not necessarily, maybe not another speed one, but maybe another puzzle where you had to align them a certain way for some reason. I think that would have been kind of neat. All right, so 3. All right, so is this another Sokoban level? I think this is the only way we can really go. Okay, so here's the Sokoban part. So where does this go? Down there. So hang on. Oh wait, we need to do that. Duh. Oh wait, I could do this. Never mind. I forgot that the railroads work like that. Okay. So I can't get to that red key unless I'm over there. Interesting. Um, Now hang on. Okay, so I'm gonna get to that block eventually. So I could just do this. Alright, so this enables us to access red, which gives us the block. which gives us apparently even more here as well. So what's up here? Because that area down there looks like the way forward. Okay, it looks like we have a block. This makes me nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's actually pretty simple though. Yeah, this is a pretty loose one. Which is good, because this level feels like it's going to be kind of a bit of a long one. Alright, so the way forward is through here. We got a simple collection thing. Okay. Okay, that seems pretty evident. Alright, we're going to need green keys to get to go through that. This looks like a thing. Thankfully not very difficult. Does that actually lead to someplace good or not? Okay, good. I saw the blue walls and I got a little concerned there, so you never know. Okay, so that teleport is not functioning, so I need to press a tank button somewhere to make that work. Okay, I think it's time to visit where that bug is next. I kind of like this level. It's kind of chill. It's not terribly crazy or anything. Now, what does this do? Is this a block or is this a clone? It's a clone. Okay. Green key gets. We can go over here to the ball area for our next chip there. Okay, so this teleport's going to lead to something. Let's get that other chip first. There we are. Okay, so now we can do this. Another button. And exits here. That was a really fun little level. I liked it. Not sure how I feel about it being in an official set. It did kind of feel a little average overall, but I liked how chill it was. I'll give it a 3. Alright, I should dig a secret escape tunnel. Okay, this looks very particular, and I think we're going to have to avoid going to that bowling ball until we're done with our escape tunnel, so let's work on this. I guess we'll drop that, and that gets rid of it. Wait, that can't be right. Okay, what are we really accomplishing here? We're probably doing it this way. There we go. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Hang on one sec. I think as long as we're mindful about the paths of these things, it shouldn't be a problem. The issue I'm seeing with this, though... Wait, we can just do this. Never mind. Okay, so what's going on here? I think we need to do... I guess this? Okay, this looks really interesting. Now, if I went up with this, I think that might be a problem. Let's do... Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so now this leads here. Okay. I like all these different ways we're clearing dirt. I think that's a pretty neat concept overall. And then that's going to come around. Okay, so that's the fireball. That should get us the win here. So that needs to be dropped there. You get it. Dig me out, dig me in, out of this mess, baby, out of my head. I'm sure that's not how whatever that song is referencing, being referenced goes. That was pretty neat. I don't know how I feel about it being in an official set since it was a little on the restrictive side, but I'll give it a, I'll give it another 3. I've not given a, well, no, I gave cave diving a 5, so I have given a 5 here. The gift of giving. Okay, what is going on with this wild section here? There's a bribe, and I guess that's it. Okay. I don't think we're ready to go through that yet. Offer something here to get a gift in return. Who knows what you'll get? Is the who part supposed to be like a hint? Or is that just being funny? I don't know if we can really go through that, can we? Alright, let's do it. We have fire boots. Okay, I don't think we can really do anything there yet. There's a Sokoban-like thing happening here, but I think we're going to need a wire for it. Okay, what's through here? We haven't even explored this yet. I'm really hoping offering that bribe was not a bad idea. Wait, no, we did explore this. This was the beginning room. Oh, wait. This is all one room. How does this... What? I am very lost. What is the point of any of this? What... Are we supposed to just keep trading items? Is that what the deal is? Because I don't see anything we can actually do with this, so let's go ahead and try it. Skates. Okay, so skates, we know that that allows us to go up here. Oh. I feel like I've seen this before, this particular thing with the walkers. Where have I seen that? I don't actually know. That looks so familiar, though. Where have I seen that? That looks very familiar, and I have no idea. It's gonna bother me now. Oh, flippers. So wait, is it completely random? Like the order? Where do we even use those? Alright, I'm just gonna trade them out again. The skates, okay. So we got skates. We'll do this again. I'm trying to remember, was this previewed on Discord, like this level, or am I just imagining that? Okay, so that's all we can do here. This wasn't like a wall pattern that was used elsewhere, was it? I don't think so. Maybe it was, I don't know. Okay, so this can lead up here. Okay, I got a choice to make. Do I go up there or over here? Over here seems correct. So that's going to send a block in a circle, which is not going to actually do anything. But this will. Okay. Interesting room. Alright, are we going to get a wire? Ah, there we go. Okay, so now it's time for Sokoban City here. This is very interesting. So that's going to need to go there. Okay, so that can then go there. So we got a lot of room to maneuver whenever. Okay, good. I'm glad that this is not like gonna shove that in my face. That's very much a relief. Okay, that can happen there. That can happen there. I'm being very cautious here. Maybe it's not exactly warranted, but you never know. Oh, maybe I should actually go back and do this. There we go. Okay, so now we can do that. That was a cool room. I liked that. Now, what did that actually do? Oh, we can go here. Okay. So that's that. Okay. Alright, so we're done with that room. So there's one more room left. Let's see what we put here. We get here. We get the bribe. Flippers again. So where do you use flippers? That's what I'm curious about. And why did we get fire boots on that first go round? Like, this room seems to exist purely to give you the first item, the bribe. So where do you get the last chip? We went up there, we went over there, we went to the Sokoban. Am I just being blind? Like, is there another teleport or... Oh, right, there's this! I forgot. I didn't have the flippers. I had the skates. I didn't have the flippers. I had the skates. Wow. That was dumb. So I guess both the fire boots and flippers could theoretically work here then. Right? Like, is that what's going on? Okay, so the question is, how are we supposed to get up there? So we're gonna need at least all 3 ice blocks, right? Like, there's no way around that. So... Can you do this with only one of the boots? Hang on. Oh. Now that's interesting. We're not necessarily getting the same items for everything else too. So maybe this is a matter of... Oh wait, we only need to do one of these, right? Yeah, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the case. If I'm reading it correctly. I just need to parse how we're doing it. That's the key here. Eh, if I can make a loop around the whole thing, that would be really cool. I'm just trying to see how you would. Like, how would you do that, is the question. Because either way, I'm still gonna... Oh, wait a minute, I could just do this. Right, like I could just go here, position that there. Oh, except that doesn't actually solve the problem getting up. I'm dumb. I think we've established that this episode tonight, but man, I'm just failing left and right. Alright, let's try this again. I like this idea that not every pair of boots is the same. Okay, so that time I got the fire boots. But there is some randomness going on here, which I think is interesting. So this is definitely the route of going up and building a path here. So this one's different, which I kind of like that one more. That seems more straightforward. So I'm curious to know what we get. We get a helmet on this, so that must mean that we just push our way through this. And then that. That's really interesting. Uh-oh. That's less enjoyable. There we go. Okay, that was a bit of a weird one, but it worked. Okay, we get a railroad this time. I hope we get a hook for the next one. Okay, so this is interesting. Now, is this on a track? No. Okay, so that means we just need to do that. Yeah, the way this is built, like, I like the idea of it, but I feel like you could do so much more. Oh, we did get the hook. I feel like you do so much more with some of these concepts here. Like, there's definitely a lot of potential. Okay, let's do this one first. This is probably going to be easier. I like the fact that you can do this with a hook. It actually makes kind of the looseness of it a lot more understandable. Yeah, I really like that room a lot. Okay, so we got everything. So now, do we go in here? What is this? What is this? Oh, I bet this was the, whatever randomization mechanism started the whole thing, right? That would make sense. Just wondering what all this leads to. Yeah, this seems to be a tour of everything that made everything possible here. So is that it? Like, do we just... There's clearly more behind all these sockets. Let's see what's in store for us here. Okay, so we need to drop... So it looks like we're giving the items to the ghosts now. That's pretty cool. So we do the wire there. The next one was over here. Is this one fire? Wait, no. Because this is... Wait, no, they do... Do they still die in fire even if they have fire boots? Or the flame jets, I mean? I forget. Let's take a look at what's over here. I don't remember even seeing fire boots here. I feel like we're missing stuff still. Do you have fire boots? There we are. Okay. I can't think of anything else we can give this ghost, so let's do it. Yeah, it worked. Oh! Oops, I forgot that that was... Wow. I forgot that that was the row that it goes on. Wow, I am really providing some quality entertainment tonight for everyone who likes watching fails. I'm sure. I'm still confused about how this is supposed to work. Like, this seems a little strange. But I think what I missed is I'm actually supposed to do this. That makes the most sense. I like that room. That's a really cool... The way that works is really neat. Okay, we get a helmet again. Cool, cool. So these are essentially being treated as one-time use passages, which I think is a neat concept. Okay, we did that. Let's go in here. Get a railroad. So this seems to be the same configuration as last time. Okay, and then we go back. And let's see if we get the hook. Okay, yeah, we did. It seems like it's either one pair of items or the other pair. Maybe that's incorrect, but that's kind of what it seems like. Okay. Okay, we do that, and we are good to go here. I feel like you could, yeah, you could totally do that without the recessed wall. So why is that necessary, I wonder? Okay, let's just grab things in here. I love the fact that you can even do this. Going in here and getting supplies. That's kind of a cool concept. I do like how you can see. Oh, and oh, there are fire boots here. Oh. Huh. So it's not entirely the same. That's interesting. Alright, let's do this one first. And what else do we have? We have what appears to be a hook gift here for you. And then over here we have what I can only assume is a flipper one. Oh, whoops. I almost totally bit the dust there. Let's get some more stuff. We can get another hook here, which is nice. Can we get some flippers, please? Yes, okay, good. Alright, so now we can go over here, do this one. So all those buttons connect to that, right? Yeah. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's 3 down. And then we still have this thing over here, right, with the wire. Is that all the possible red keys, or are there more? I think that's all of them. Yeah. Yay, we got all the bonuses too. That was a cool concept. I'm not sure. Is there more to it bonus-wise, or is that it? Looks like that's it. I like the idea of it. I feel like it did kind of get a little repetitive, but I do like how each room was a little different with each of the boots. I just feel like it could have, like, there could have been more done with that, which is kind of my main gripe with it. I'll give it a 3 as well. Alright, reverse Sokoban. Okay, so this really is reverse Sokoban, where we're taking the stuff off the buttons. Is this kind of like waste of space, where we're just trying to shove them all in here? Because if so, I feel like we have a lot of room if we have a hook. Like, a hook really opens up the amount of things we could potentially be doing. Unless we just have like that many blocks, which is always possible. Maybe we should start actually considering pulling these over here. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I think we should have done that earlier. Okay. So let's actually prioritize putting blocks in that column first. I think that's ultimately going to be for the best here. Although now I'm noticing that there's also this one. Do we also go there? I'm wondering if it might not be a bad idea. Going up here and doing that. Okay, so let's try this. How many of them actually are there? Do we need to even fill up all this, is what I'm wondering. I think we could start here. We only have 4 more. That's not really a lot. Okay, so let's do that. I think we could just get away with pulling the rest of them up here. Yeah, there's only 3. 2. Come on, we can do this. Wait, can we? Maybe this was another mistake. Can I pull this here? The answer is yes. This might still have been premature, but we can just do something like this. That helps. There we go. Okay. I have to say, I'm not really a fan of that. I don't think there's much of a puzzle there, especially when you introduce hooks into that. I'm going to give it a 1. Oh, it's another ice block level. All right, 3 Mile Island. Oh, but it has hooks. Now that's interesting. An ice block level with hooks, huh? This ought to be fascinating. Okay, well, let's try exploring as much as we can. Okay, so there's the green key over there. So I can, this is really pretty cool as an idea. I really like this. Like, you're getting all this freedom, but you're also having to keep in mind that you're doing it just because you have a hook, and there's some constraints to that, but all in all, there's really not, from what I can tell, like tons of constraints with it, especially once you get this much ground covered. Now, I do see that there's some doors like that cluster there that make it a little tougher, but not by much. Seems pretty reasonable overall. Okay. Now, how do we get over there is the question. I'm assuming that's going to be the main puzzle of this. Do we have to enter from the top left? I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, but let's check it out. Okay, so from here I can, in fact, get down this way. And then, by extension, over here, which is cool. Now, oh wait, I can do this. My bad. Yeah, this ended up being pretty simple overall. Okay, so now I can just get everything. Okay, cool. Okay, that's not a way out. So what next? I see there's something here, so let's try going for that. Now, there is that. What does this do? Oh, that. Okay. So now I can go in there. Okay, that's just going to be complicated. Let's not worry about it. Now what I am going to worry about though is getting this out of here. How do you do that? I think in order to do it I have to go down here first, so let's work on that. Yeah. How do you get that? I mean, oh, I see. You just put a block there. I'm assuming you do something like this where you do that, maybe. That would make sense. And then you can like put this up here and then go around maybe. I'm not gonna do it though. That's a pretty neat level idea. Unfortunately, I think the hook maybe made it a little too trivial though. I'll give it another 3. All right, in the desert. Okay, so I can't get over there. Melinda's trapped in quicksand. Help her before it's too late. All right, so this is going to be kind of a timed maze, I guess. How big is this? I'm trying to be conscientious of both the time and just the fact that we're having to build back a path for Melinda, so... Okay. It looked like she was like in the upper left or something. It was definitely toward the top. Okay, so we can break through that. Oh, there she is. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now we can race back. That was... Yeah, I feel like the idea could be a really cool level, but this particular level was not exactly particularly engaging, which is kind of a shame because I do like this idea. I like the idea of one character rescuing another character. I hope we can see some neat levels with this concept, but for me, this just wasn't really one of them. All right, that was In the Desert. That is the end of the bunny pack. I'm giving that one a 1. Yeah, this pack was not a very good one. I wasn't a very big fan of it. But we have 3 left, 150 levels to go. That's just above the number of levels in a CC1 set. Let's see what's coming up next. We have the Symphony pack. Ooh, okay. I don't recognize a lot of these levels, so I'm looking forward to seeing what these are like. A few of them sound familiar, though. Ooh, I got one of mine in here, too. All right, well, next time we'll take on the Symphony Pack. So until then, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourselves today. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell to get notified of the next episode. But until then, I will see you next time, so take care, and I'll catch you then.